Welcome, you guys, to your 2022 prediction reading. Good to see you. Ooh, look at that. The Fool and the Ace of Swords right off the bat. I mean, that's awesome. So this is going to be your 2022 prediction reading. I hope you guys had a beautiful holidays. I hope you guys have an amazing New Year Eve and New Year's Day. Whenever you're watching this, I hope you're having a beautiful day. And I hope 2022 does you guys well, okay? So this is going to be your prediction reading for the year. We're going to split it into half. I am starting off with doing this like half thing because I was doing it in quarters, but it just didn't feel like it was flowing right. So we're doing half, okay? So first half, second half of the year, we're going to be looking at overall energy mostly. If specific things come up, then they do, and I'll talk about them. But mostly this is going to be an overall energy check-in for the year and what to expect in your life, okay? So you're going to get access to this whole reading. There's no extended to this. I wanted it just to be, you know, a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year reading for you, all right? Okay, so let's get overall energy first for the year. We're going to start off with these cards and see what the overall energy is for the entire year. Okay, overall energy for Gemini. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus too, okay? So you don't need to be just a Gemini Sun. You can have a Gemini Moon, Rising, Venus. All right, we've got 3 right off the bat. We have Wisdom. So wisdom is going to be an important theme for you this year. We have Generosity. And the flowers that are coordinated with this, I feel like telling you, I don't normally say it, but we have the purple iris, and then we have the honeysuckle, and then we have protection with the eucalyptus plant, and the monarch butterfly. Ooh. So if butterflies are meaningful to you, the common map, the white admiral, and the monarch. And then if eucalyptus, honeysuckle, or purple iris is symbolic to you in some way, then there's definitely something in this reading for you, okay? All right, so wisdom, generosity, and protection are your 3 main energies for this year. All right, let's get 3 main energies from the Animal Oracle and see what comes in. Overall energy for the year for Gemini. Almost forgot who I was talking to. For Gemini, please, Spirit. Okay. We have time to collaborate. Slow and steady wins the race. And then I'm seeing the scarab beetle. Magic works through you. I'm also kind of drawn to this coyote spirit. Trust in divine detours. Okay. So slow and steady wins the race. Time to collaborate. Trust in divine detours, and magic works through you. So there's something here that I think is going to, you know, maybe be something that is not part of the plan. And that's what I'm sensing with the divine detours. Like maybe things are not going to go according to your plan, but they're going to go according to the way they should go. I had recently had a situation where I was, my kids were going through a crazy sleep schedule, and I was so upset through the whole thing. It lasted like a month, and only sleeping for 2 hours at a time, and up all day or up all night, sleeping all day. And I was very frustrated with the whole situation. And finally, what it ended in was it rearranged our sleep schedules to something that was actually much better than it was. And Spirit said to me, or my higher self said, you only suffered through that because you felt like it wasn't meant to happen. And I was like, wow, light bulb came on. It was like, that all was meant to happen. So, you know, so things could be adjusted in a way that was healthy for everybody. And we had to go through uncomfortableness to adjust things. And I think that's the way it is with anything, that you have to adjust if you don't think it's part of the plan. It requires a lot of adjustments, and the adjustments are uncomfortable, but then the end result is something that we can be proud of and something we can enjoy. So I think that's the lesson, you know, in regards to anything like that. But if any divine detours come in and they lead you off the path that you think you're supposed to be on, then just trust that that's the path for you. Trust that that's where you're supposed to be, because doors will close and doors will open, and it may not be exactly what you thought it was going to be, but that's something I think is going to show up in this next year. Remember that slow and steady wins the race. That, you know, you don't need to rush through your healing. You don't need to rush through your success. You don't need to rush through a relationship. And I think it is going to be a time of collaboration for you, maybe in business. Could even be in a romantic relationship, things like that, okay? So I am going to try to split this reading up a little bit to, you know, talk to those who are in a relationship and those who are not. Let's get 3 more cards for the overall energy. Ah, the moon. The moon was trying to, it showed up on the bottom of the deck when I first pulled it up, so it came back out. Okay, we have the moon, Mama Kila. So your intuition, your connection to the moon might be strong for those of you who do moon phase practices. You know, you do stuff with the full moon or the new moon. That might be something to look into, something that's very helpful for you. Even if you don't do it, look it up. Yeah, death and magic. I really feel like a lot of you are very, some of you could be witches, some of you could be into tarot. You know, you believe in magic and you practice magic. The interesting thing is I put, this is Morrigan. This is the Irish god, or I think she's the, well, yeah, she's definitely connected to death and magic, but she's got her crows. But she's Irish folklore. And then the magic works through you. I like put those right next to each other. So there's something very magical here that I think if you are into magic, you do practice magic and witchcraft and things like that, or even tarot, I think that this is going to be a really beautiful year for you of kind of, what's it called? You know, like perfecting your craft and diving more like deeper into your craft and diving deeper into the magic of life in general. High intuition year for you, okay? And also we have Arianhood, time. Interesting enough, I put that right underneath trust in divine detours. So thinking of time and divine timing and, you know, our time versus universe and spirit's time and what things are supposed to be versus what we think they're supposed to be. And so all of that going into play. And then the other card that came out was romantic love with Aphrodite. That's really cool. And I put that under slow and steady wins the race. Okay. So I think some of you, when it comes to love, are going to need to slow down a little bit. Like, just if you get into a new relationship, this is what I'm sensing for some of you. Some of you are going to get into a new relationship. And don't be in any hurry to speed up the relationship. Don't be in any hurry to get engaged and get married and have kids, and allow the relationship to unfold in the way that it needs to. And that goes for those of you already in a relationship too. I think that just be patient when it comes to your love and your relationship. And I think that this year is going to teach you something about patience and the slow and steady wins the race energy. Okay. All right. So that's overall year. So now we're going to do first half of the year. I'm going to really struggle saying quarter because I'm switching from quarters to half. So if I say quarter, just know what I mean. Okay. All right. Overall energy for the first half of the year for Gemini, please. Overall energy for the first half of the year, please, Spirit. What does Gemini have to look forward to for the first half of the year? We have Treasure Island, and we have Take a Nap. Okay. I'm seeing Building Blocks as well, and we have Poised in the reverse. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is that your blessings are coming in, but it's gonna require patience, because you're gonna need some time to just, I'm seeing this time for building. You may not be ready to just jump right into something yet, okay? There's a time for like not relaxing, but just releasing the need to make something happen, and slow and steady wins the race. Building something properly is what I'm hearing. Building the foundation properly. And for those of you, I think in the relationship category, some of you may feel like you are, ready to get married right away, or ready to have a kid right away. Maybe you guys have been dating for a little bit and you guys are already talking about having kids or getting married or something like that. There's something here that's not quite ready. And this could be in relation to anything, doesn't need to be a relationship, but there's something here that's not quite ready. It's like having something in the oven. Spirit just gave me this vision of something in the oven that's not ready to come out yet. And it's going to require more time. And what that's going to do is that time is going to build the solid foundation that's necessary. Interesting enough, we have, time for a nap. We have the goddess of time. And then trust in divine detours, saying, things may not go exactly the way that you planned, but that doesn't mean it's not ever going to happen. It just means that things may go a little bit slower, and that's okay, and that's the way it should be. Building blocks, building that strong foundation in whatever it is. Maybe it's in regards to business. Maybe you're expecting business to just, you're going to start a new business and you just want it to just take off. And I think some of you are going to definitely start some kind of occult business, where maybe you make witchy stuff. You could do tarot, or even making jewelry, crystal, and working with crystals and things like that, and creating some kind of business out of that. Could do meditation workshops or something along those lines. Just take your time with it and make sure that you are building the solid foundation to begin with, instead of just rushing through things and not making sure that the foundation is solid. We have angel to spirit and the angel of strength, door to spirit and the angel of strength, both in the reverse, with the anxiety card. Okay, which is interesting. I also saw the thinker in reverse, which definitely can talk about anxiety. Okay, never ending story behind that. So for some of you, you're really, really, really I think losing hope. I'm getting this feeling for those of you who are single. You're starting to lose hope and starting to lose strength. That Spirit's going to come through for you in regards to a relationship. And I think it gives you a lot of anxiety. I think you spend a lot of time thinking about it, because maybe in the past you've really had some rocky relationships. And if you are in a relationship, maybe you're struggling thinking that things are going to change in this relationship, and maybe you're not seeing the changes that you want to, and so it's bringing a lot of anxiety. And there's a lack of faith and trust, and you're kind of losing steam, I feel, and losing trust in spirit that things are going to work out the way that you had hoped. Now, I have to say, whether the relationship works out or not, some are not meant to. And if it doesn't, then that's the divine detour that you need to trust is the right one for you, okay? I always tell people in regards to relationships and praying that a relationship will change. Sometimes, the person in the relationship that you're wanting to change is really and just toxic for you, or even dangerous for you, or just somebody who isn't benefiting your life. And so, and I mean, maybe they have a very bad drug problem, or they're abusive or they're narcissistic or they're a player or like things like that. And I would say in those cases, you know, I know that you may lose hope and strength in regards to this person. And while it's amazing and great to like pray for this person and hope that this person gets better, I think that, you know, you really have to make the decision for yourself of whether or not you are staying for the right reasons. Okay. I never tell people to leave, but I also don't tell people to stay in toxic situations. Okay. So make the decision for yourself there. Determine for yourself what you need to do. So I am seeing a decision that's going to need to be made here in the first quarter in regards to your broken heart, in regards to, you know, some negative mindsets that may cause you to self-sabotage. This could be connected to old relationships that you've been through a lot of garbage with, and it's kind of made you a little bit jaded or cynical or just have some negative mindsets around relationships. Okay. I feel like that's definitely something that you're going to be taking a look at in this first quarter. And for those of you who have been through some bad relationships and are single, just allow yourself more time if you need it to grow and to change and to build a sturdy foundation for you before you jump into a relationship. Because the King of Swords here, Gemini energy, is in the reverse. So I feel like, you know, this is whether you're in a relationship or not, this is going to be a time for you to really learn to step into your power. And if that means walking away from something unhealthy, then so be it. If that means, you know, making changes in your own life to better your relationship, then so be it. If that means making changes in your life to build a firm foundation for yourself, so when you do get in a relationship, things are healthy, then so be it. So think about those things. I think that this is going to be a part of the year for building a strong foundation in yourself, okay? And dealing with any, wow, look at that. Knight of Swords in reverse. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Dealing with any hurts and wounds from the past, especially if you're single. Knight of Cups. Yeah, I do think that a lot of you are hoping love will come in this quarter. But some of you still need to move on from a toxic relationship, okay? Some of you have been waiting for, you know, a new relationship to come in. So I'm getting two different messages here. Some of you have been waiting for a relationship to come in, a romance to come in, but there's something you still haven't moved on from in regards to a past relationship that was very toxic here. Some of you are struggling to move on, and some of you are struggling to step into your power and move on from a current toxic relationship you're in. Okay, so there's two different things. So this, like I said, this half of the year, I think, is for you to build a solid foundation for yourself, step into your power, whether it means releasing somebody toxic or whether it means healing from a past relationship, a toxic situation. And those two, no matter what side you're on, when you do those things, I think you're going to build yourself a lot stronger for whatever's to come in the second half of the year, okay? Because for some of you, you know, romance could definitely come in the second half of the year, but I think this is a time for building this first half, all right? Let's get to the second half of the year. I'll put this on pause for a second. All right. Second half of the year for Gemini, please, Spirit. Second half of the year for Gemini. We have come to the edge in the reverse. Unfinished symphony. Here and now. Exchanging gifts. Any others here? Thinker in the reverse. Okay. overall energy for the second quarter or for the second half of the year. For Gemini, please. Door to Spirit in the upright. Storm warning in the reverse. Victory. Okay. We have door to romance. I don't know. We'll see the energy around that. So let's look at this door to romance here real quick. So what I'm seeing is, well, there could be unfinished business for you in this quarter. Dealing with any unfinished business from the past still, okay? But as far as any storms in your life, I feel like this is going to be a better part of the year. You know, the storms have kind of moved on, and I think that this is going to open a door for your spiritual life and for victory in your life the second half of the year, okay? Tell me about the door to romance, Spirit. We have the Knight of Wands, the Strength in reverse. Tell me about the door to romance. Okay, so you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, Leo, or an Aries. Sorry, dropped all my cards. I think for some of you, you know, you're losing. For some of you, I think you're going to start off losing a little bit of hope that the door to romance is even going to open up for you. I think some of you have your eye on a fire sign, okay? But this person still may be not ready to settle down. You know, this person also may be very passionate, very restless, very action-oriented and things like that. So this door to romance definitely could be somebody that you want to come in, but I'm not quite sure if you're definitely manifesting this person, okay? You are manifesting this person. Tell me about the Queen of Wands, please. Queen of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. I think something, you know, is going to take a little bit more time. And everything... Oh, look at that, though. Everything has its own time. But if there's been any delays, I do think that those delays are going to be over. You're going to, I think, for the first part of the second half, wow. First part of the second half, you may feel a little discouraged, okay? And still kind of be a little bit anxious. Wanting something to, for some of you, you're going to be wanting somebody to come back or for something to start with somebody. And I think initially that things are not going to just take off. But I feel like towards the end of the year, things are going to get a lot more victorious. And I think you are going to see love come in towards the end of the year. I also see reward and recognition in your work too. So I think that's what this victory is here for. Because I'm seeing, you know, the first half of the second half, a little bit of struggle, you know, continued on from the beginning of the year. But the end of the year, definitely door to spirit and victory with the storm past already. And I see that love definitely could come in for you. Page of Cups, Two of Cups. Yeah, some of you are going to have amazing partner come in and a lot of success and victory within your work situation. Okay. Hey, buddy. Okay, how is the year going to end for Gemini, please? Yeah, a lot of you are going to be moving on from a negative, toxic situation, for sure. A situation where there's been lots of drama and fighting and toxic energy with the Devil and the Five of Wands here. King of Swords is in the upright. You're standing in your power and you're seeing the truth and you're seeing what you need to see in regards to this relationship. And a lot of you are going to be moving on by the end of the year from this toxic person or toxic situation, okay? And you're going to be choosing to stand in your power again, which is really cool, okay? Any other energies want to come out for Gemini? Spirit? Okay. I think the end of the year, you're going to come out of some financial difficulties too. And for some of you, you could end up in a relationship where marriage is on the table. Okay, I will. Hold on. All right, so let's get the final overall energy. Sorry, my kids just came in the house from playing outside, so... oh yeah, we've got justice. Or sorry, courage. Hey, okay, so we also have healing. Healing, justice, and courage. Courage with that Leo energy. I'm also seeing friendship. Oh, and for some of you, reconciliation, okay? I feel like some of you are calling in an energy, especially a fire sign. And I think that may end up by the end of the year working. Something you're waiting for is coming in, okay? All right, Taurus, Gemini, that's your reading. I hope that helps you guys. Happy New Year. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Take a look at my Patreon information if you want to access extendeds for the rest of the year. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.